Hello everyone. I wanted to start off the video. I've been reading one of my favorite books, The Miracle of Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh. And the quote, and also what he said in the book, is a constant reminder I'm giving myself. Be aware of the thoughts that come into your mind and the emotion behind it. Mind can only observe itself. Mindfulness of feeling in feeling. Mindfulness of mind in mind. When I think about the quote itself, and in times of reflection, in times of selfishness, in times of wanting to pour into yourself more, and in times of need, and what we hold close to our hearts. Every day, I woke up kind of in a feeling of, I woke up in a feeling of really wanting to change my perception of my reality. And what do I mean by that? Every day when I wake up, and how I wake up in the morning, what I do in the morning, what I do in my day, I feel like I don't pour into myself enough. So I'm recording this video as a form of pouring into myself as a Black woman, a Black American woman who is of, my grandmother is white, and I have a history of my great grandparents on my mother's side. My mother's side is all white. So I'm a what you call in the Black community a light bright. My dad is Black, my mom is mixed, and I wanted to talk about the power of womanhood. the power of uniting as women in womanhood and being a Black American woman. If you talk to any Black American woman, you know that we cannot afford to fuck around. We constantly have to work 3 times harder, have to constantly be overqualified in order to get the position that we want. However, in times like this, it allows us to reflect on how much we show up for our community, and that showed in the data in the recent election for Kamala Harris, Vice President, and how often we are overlooked. So I wrote this poem. As the rain falls, a new day brews. As the soil nourishes, Black women everywhere come together, join hands to be for us. We're all we got. We create, we provide, we love, we fight, we serve, we speak. With tongues our ancestors gave us to use to demand what's right. And with that, I go on TikTok a lot. I feel like my screen time has definitely gone up. And we are learning to reclaim our power and to pour more into ourselves first. As a Black woman, I constantly pour into other people more than I do with myself. But we have to remember that the support does not go to Starbucks for our dollars. The support goes to the Black-owned coffee shops that I want to see more on the rise, that I want to see become corporations, that I want to see become more than what we see it as a small business. Now, that is something that I want to talk about, because do we not remember Starbucks and during Black Lives Matter and during George Floyd? But do we not remember? Do I need to rewind? So I want to talk about Black mental health in this country. And how often we have not been denied since slavery to voice our trauma, we have been dehumanized and not looked at as human for so long that it has been ingrained in every part of our society and our system that we live in. And so when it comes to people speaking out about, oh, we're not going to put our energy into these certain groups anymore, into these groups that are minorities, people have that choice. Everyone has a choice into how they want to prioritize their mental health. And for me, that doesn't mean bringing down some other minority group. Because that does not, the system itself was built on white supremacy already, and we know this. However, as being a Black woman, yes, I am a lighter complexion, and we can go into colorism into another video. But in today's video, we're talking about the Black majority. Whether you are Afro-Latina, Afro-Latino, coming from the continent of Africa, being of African descent in Europe, anywhere, we are everywhere. And whenever we go into a room, people look at the color of our skin first before anything else, and that determines how we get treated when we get into that environment. So it is important that any environment, whether social media, wherever, that we don't overconsume the hate or other groups coming towards us because we are prioritizing our needs, and that we have always been at the bottom. We've always been looked at the bottom. And when it comes to the genocide that is in Palestine, I will continuously give my support to this group. However, my priority always has been towards Black American woman because I am a Black American woman. But that does not mean that I am disregarding the Palestinian genocide. And I shouldn't have to be able to explain myself. But a lot of times, as a Black American woman, we have to explain ourselves in a way that can be clarified for people to understand our lived experiences every day, wherever we go. Specifically Black people, period, wherever we go in this world. And for me, I have been to Israel, and I have been to the West Bank. I did not get to go to Gaza, but I know for a fact, me going there and being of African descent, that I was still looked down upon. So this goes to say that just because we say and we want to reclaim our power, no one else can reclaim our power except us. We are all that we got. I will still stand with my other minority groups, but we are all we have. So, this is a time, no matter how long we have to take for ourselves, to take care of ourselves for the betterment of ourselves and our communities, I say to give support to the Black businesses, the Black coffee shops, the Black brands, the Black marketers, the Black lawyers, the Black law firms, the Black hotels, the Black airlines, all these groups that are trying to create something for the better of our community, the Black neighborhoods, the Black real estaters. Reach out and hold hands with each other and learn and network with each other so we can build the spaces that we need to continue to succeed for the generations coming after us. As someone who is dealing with depression and anxiety now, I know that for me, mental health has always been a priority. For me to take a step back and to reanalyze myself and how much energy I'm giving forth to other people and not to myself. I cannot show up as the best version of myself without taking care of myself and my needs and my people. Because when I go around the city and the area that I live in every day, and I see Black youth homelessness, and I see Black hunger, and I see Black discrimination, excuse me, and I see all these negative things happening to my community. We are all we got. Hashtag we as Black women, we are all we got, and we need to hold hands with each other and lean on each other, hug each other, talk with each other. I met with one of my Black girlfriends, you know, the other day after the election because I needed her. And it just felt amazing just to get to talk with her and just to be having our language, having our conversation, having our just release, and to be that shoulder, to be that source of light, to be that source of care. And I like to say I'm like a teddy bear for people because I give the best hugs and I give the best, people say I give really good advice, so, and I believe I give really good advice. And just being in that energy we need in this time, and more community. So gonna end this here. Take care of your mental health, take care of yourselves,